Hi there, and welcome to today's class. So, for today's class, we are continuing from our discussion on work, energy, and power. If you missed our first class, where we discussed about the concept of work, you can simply get the video on work via the link in the description of this video. All right, so check the description of this video. You see a link to our first class where we talked about work. So for this class, we're talking about the concept of energy. All right, so we discuss energy in this class. All right, so let's talk about energy. First is first, definition. So by definition, energy is simply the ability or the capacity to do work. All right, that's how we define energy, as the ability or the capacity to do work. Now, here's something to note. Energy can come in various forms, right? You have things like mechanical energy, that's a form of energy. You have electrical energy, that's also another form of energy. You have things like solar energy, you have things like thermal energy, you have sound energy, you have chemical energy. So the idea is this: energy can come up in different forms, but for our class today, we're looking at only mechanical energy. All right, so we'll study the concept of energy, but specifically look at the concept of mechanical energy. All right, let's look at this concept of mechanical energy. By definition, mechanical energy is simply the energy possessed by a body either at rest or in motion. That's the definition, right? Mechanical energy is a form of energy that is possessed by a body either at rest or in motion. Now, there are two things there. Number one, when the body is at rest. Number two, when the body is in motion. So, under mechanical energy, there are two types of energy. The first one is called the potential energy. So, a type of mechanical energy is called potential energy. A second type of mechanical energy is called kinetic energy. All right, so these two are the different types of mechanical energy that we have. All right, so having considered this, let's discuss potential energy and kinetic energy in details. So first things first, number one, let's look at potential energy. Now, first things first, what is potential energy? Now, by definition, potential energy, also called PE, is simply the stored energy or the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position or state. All right. So the energy that is possessed by a body by virtue of its position or state is called potential energy. Or simply, we can say potential energy is simply the energy possessed by a body at rest. All right. Okay. So if that's true, let's look at a mathematical form or a mathematical definition for the concept of potential energy. Now, mathematically, potential energy is equal to the product of mass times gravity times height. Almost the same formula as when we did work done, right? So potential energy is something as mass times gravity times height. Now, this also reminds me. Now, also note that energy is also measured in joules. Just like you have work done measured in joules, the SI unit for energy is also joules. As you can see, they have the same formula, right? So you can calculate potential energy by multiplying the mass of a body by gravity and then the height of the body or the height of distance covered. All right, so let's look at the concept of potential energy. Now, note that under potential energy, we have two types of potential energy. The first one, A, is called the gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy. So let me use PE as this. The second type of potential energy is called the elastic potential energy. All right, so the second one is called the elastic potential energy. Now, I'll explain these two a bit in detail. So the first one, let's look at the first one called gravitational potential energy. Gravitational PE potential energy. Now, gravitational potential energy is simply the potential energy of a body that has been placed at a particular height. Okay, let's say you have a body. Okay, let's say you have let's say we have this. Let's call this a height, yeah, and this is my ground surface. and let's say the height from here to this point, let's say this height here is h, like this, and we say we have a body m here that is resting. So this is a body of mass m resting on this, let's call this, should we call this a cupboard? Okay, so a body is being rested upon, let's say this is, let's call this a cupboard. Right, call this a cupboard here. Right, a cupboard that has a height of h, and the body is being rested upon this cupboard of height h. In this case here, this body now, we have what is called a gravitational potential energy, and the formula for calculating the gravitational potential energy, let me say PEG, let me call this PEG, will be equal to the product of the mass of the body times gravity times the height that the body is from the surface of the ground, which is what there, h. All right, so almost the same formula as work done. So note that gravitational potential energy is the same formula as work done. The second one here, B, is called the elastic potential energy. So I'm calling this elastic PE. All right, when it comes to elasticity concept, we remember the concept of Hooke's law, string constant, and etc. But here's what to note. So let's say I have this one here, and I have a spring, okay, this, and I attach a body here, okay, such that this spring, we're calling this is a spring. This is a spring that has a spring constant K. For elastic potential energy, note that elastic potential energy, let me call this PE, potential energy, then E, elastic, right? So elastic potential energy for this case is equal to half FE. That's the formula for elastic potential energy. But we know that from Hooke's law, F is equal to KE. That means elastic potential energy, this is equal to half. In place of F, I'll put KE. So F becomes KE times E. Such that if I multiply this, I'll have that potential and elastic potential energy, E, is equal to half times K into E times E is E squared. So elastic potential energy is half Ke squared, while gravitational potential energy is mgh. So this is a concept of potential energy. All right. So we should note this concept about this. We discussed this idea in a previous class when we looked at the concept of elasticity, all right, and Hooke's law. All right. So if you missed that class on Hooke's law and elasticity, I'll leave a link to that class, to a previous class, in the description of this video. All right. So simply check the description of this video. You'll see a link to a class on this concept of elasticity and Hooke's law and etc. All right. So having said that, let's look at the last concept, called the kinetic energy. So the second concept about energy called kinetic energy. This man, we can abbreviate it as KE. So first things first, what exactly is kinetic energy? Now, by definition, kinetic energy is simply the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. So simply, kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body in motion. That's all. When it comes to the mathematical expression for kinetic energy, note that kinetic energy Ke is equal to, let's say a body of mass m is moving. If a body is moving, then it has to be moving with a particular velocity. So let's say a body of mass m is moving with a particular velocity, let's say v, then we'll have that the kinetic energy is equal to half mv squared. So this becomes the formula to find the kinetic energy of a body, where m, we said, is equal to mass of the body, of course, in kilograms, and v is equal to velocity of the moving body. So you have this, right? Mass is in kilogram, kg. Note that velocity is usually in meters per second. So I have this. So whichever way, this is like the concept about energy. All right, so let's take some sample problems on energy before we look at power. All right, sample question one. What is the potential energy of a boy of mass 10 kilogram standing on a building floor 10 meters above ground level? All right, so solution there. For this question here, your task is simple. As usual, list out given parameters. They said, find the potential energy of a boy of mass. Mass of the boy is 10 kilogram. Okay. Standing on a building floor 10 meters. Number two, the height of the building. So let's say the boy is standing here. The height of the building floor is about 10 meters from ground level. So height H is equal to 10 meters. Okay. Okay, so that's basically everything. You have to find the potential energy. Now we know that potential energy PE is equal to mass times gravity times height, and that's equal to mass 10 times gravity 9.8 times height 10. If I multiply this should be about 980 potential energy, or energy as we said, is measured in joules. So it becomes 980 joules. So we have this case here. Okay, so next up, let's take a second example. Example number two. An object of mass 5 kilogram is moving in a constant velocity of 15 meter per second. Calculate the kinetic energy. All right, so in this case, that's quite simple. Solution, of course, as usual, list out given parameters there. The first thing that they said, an object of mass m has how many there? 5 kg, 5 kilogram. Okay, they said moving at a constant velocity. Number two, velocity v is equal to 15 meter per second. Okay, so to calculate the kinetic energy. For this case here, let's just recall formula. Recall that kinetic energy is equal to half times m times the square of velocity. That's equal to half times m. M is 5 times v. V is 15 square. So work on this. What do you have there? We have that half into 5 into 15 squared. It's about 225. 225. If you punch this correctly, so I'm having half times 5 times 225, and that's about 562.5 in joules. So energy is in joules. So for this case here, the kinetic energy of the, is it boy, they said there, of the object, they said an object of mass. So the kinetic energy of the mass of the object is 562.5 joules. That's how we solve this question. So if you enjoyed this video, simply give this video a thumbs up. So like the video, also leave a comment, right? If you have a question on this, leave the question in the comment section and I'll attend to it. Also, I've made a complete list for JAM and WIRE classes. If you want to access my full courses on physics, math, chemistry, and the rest of them, simply visit my website www.jonaimone.com/courses, and you see the you see the JAM/WIRE classes. Okay, it gives you a lifetime access to over 100 tutorial videos on physics, chemistry, and of course mathematics and some other sciences, which we're going to add much more later. All right, if you're interested, don't forget, just visit my website www.jonaimone.com/courses. All right, okay, thank you and see you in the next class.